Elon Musk laughed at the allegation that Tesla is using too much water. It is now a serious issue. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we will be speaking about reasons why the idea of Musk's Tesla using too much water is a real problem. Please watch the entire video to figure out all the details. And guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the bell notification. Alright then, let's get started. The Tesla gigafactory has the potential to be a thorn in Elon Musk's side. Production was intended to begin last summer, but something isn't working out. One of the most critical issues is likely to be water shortages and climate change consequences in general. Musk is a possibly major issue, considering the ramifications of more delays or perhaps a sudden halt to the €5 billion project. Last year, when asked if the factory Tesla Inc. was building in Germany might diminish the area's water supply, Elon Musk burst out laughing and said the notion was absolutely false. Water is among the main factors that the company is still not producing vehicles 6 months later. While Musk joked in August that there was water everywhere in Berlin, the region is experiencing declining groundwater levels and prolonged droughts due to climate change. It has prompted a legal challenge that will be heard in court next week, as well as an admission from local officials that supply will be insufficient after Tesla ramps up the facility. Tesla would undoubtedly cause more harm than good, said Irina Engelhardt, the head of Berlin's Technical University's hydrogeology department. It's possible that there won't be so much water for everyone. Tesla's global ambitions hinge on the factory's expansion in the eastern German state of Brandenburg. For years to come, the car maker will require a manufacturing economy in Europe to supply the region's rapidly rising electric vehicle market, which is likely to stay considerably more extensive and more competitive than the US. While Tesla has built the plant rapidly, it is still awaiting final permission from the local officials, even as Volkswagen AG, Mercedes-Benz AG, and Stellantis NV expand their electric vehicle portfolios. According to Bloomberg, groundwater levels in the Brandenburg area have been declining for 3 decades caused by climate change, and the region has endured droughts in each of the last 4 years. Analysts and municipal officials informed the Newswire that there would be insufficient water for inhabitants when Tesla expands its facility. Environmental activists, especially the local Grüne Liga, have complained that Tesla's German gigafactory would endanger the area's ecosystem, particularly the drinking water. According to Bloomberg, they are now suing Brandenburg's Environment Office with a first hearing set for March 4, saying that the impacts of climate change were not taken into account when officials approved a groundwater pump for Tesla's gigafactory. According to Bloomberg, the legal action would cause further production delays. In early 2020, Tesla began construction on the facility near Berlin. It was planned to open on July 1, but delayed environmental groups' objections, permission delays, and a lizard problem. The business intends to produce 500,000 cars at the facility in the future. According to Tesla, the Model Y will be produced at a rate of roughly 500,000 automobiles per year. The German gigafactory, Tesla's first in Europe, is being relied upon to support the European market by permitting substantial import cost savings from the company's other plants, China and the US. Analysts' forecast for this year could have been lowered if manufacturing did not commence. 1.5 million vehicle sales worldwide from 936,222 vehicles in 2021 to 2021 are predicted, closing yearly with a tremendous plus 87%. During a visit to the gigafactory in August, Musk responded to a question about water supplies by saying, "This region has so much water, look around you," according to Reuters. "It's like if there's water everywhere. Do you think you're in the middle of a desert?" According to Reuters, he smirked. The existing water supply is appropriate for the first stage of production, Brandenburg's economy minister Jörg Steinbach told Bloomberg. But when Tesla grows the factory, the area would require more water. According to Steinbach, authorities in Brandenburg are reportedly backing efforts to pump for extra water locally and, if necessary, supplies might be transferred in from other locations. According to Irina Engelhardt, head of the hydrogeology department at Berlin's Technical University, Tesla's international technological will compound the problem of low groundwater levels, adding that there just isn't enough water for everybody. According to Bloomberg, Axel Bronstert, a hydrology professor at the University of Potsdam, the volume of water consumed in the zone will treble due to the manufacturing, and the water supply situation is difficult. Tesla and Brandenburg's environmental ministry have been contacted for comment by Insider. Bloomberg reached out to both the corporation and the ministry for comment, but neither responded. Musk, 50, has stated that his company would ultimately build batteries and up to 500,000 cars per year. In October, he tweeted in German, spoke with local leaders, and hosted an Oktoberfest-style county fair at the building site. However, he has enraged officials by making any last-minute adjustments to the facility, and he stirred controversy in Germany last week by sharing a meme that evoked Adolf Hitler. This week, the country's car regulator stated that one of Tesla's driver assistance systems is being investigated. Much of the looking to optimize Tesla's growth potential this year is predicated on its ability to complete its factories between Berlin and Austin, Texas. The first point highlighted by Credit Suisse analysts in raising their share price estimate to $1,025 from $830 last month was capacity growth. In a January 18 study, analysts led by Dan Levy said that the Berlin plant arguably serves as Tesla's most crucial incremental supply of capability. Increasing production will help boost supply in a marketplace dubbed Ground Zero for the global EV inflection. As of 5 a.m. New York Times Tuesday, Tesla shares were down 3.1% to $830. This year, the stock has dropped 19%. The venture has the support of German politicians since it will create thousands of new jobs in a region with hardly any heavy industry. However, development at the Grünheide location has been slower than expected, with the epidemic, red tape, and local opposition to water consumption delaying manufacturing by several months. Last year, the NABU and Gruen Liga organizations sued Brandenburg's Environment Office, alleging that it neglected to consider the significance of climate change when obtaining a 30-year permit to pump extra groundwater for Tesla's facility. Authorities insist the problem is tolerable, and they're already on the lookout for more supplies. If the environmentalists win, the plant's opening will most likely be delayed, if not completely halted. The first court advent is set for March 4. Requests for a response from Tesla and Brandenburg's Environment Ministry, which is in charge of the department, were not returned. Some of the conservationist fears are legitimate, according to experts. For the past 3 decades, the water table in Brandenburg has been decreasing. Droughts have culminated in wildfires and crop failures in each of the last 4 years. According to meteorologists, more frequent heat waves are expected, reducing the ability of local soil to store rainfall. As per Axel Bronstert, a hydrology expert at the University of Potsdam, Tesla's facility would almost treble the quantity of water utilized in the Grünheide area. He termed the groundwater scenario in Brandenburg severe and said it's naive to expect reserves will be enough for both the plant and the population. To secure enough supply, the local waterworks will have to invest in new infrastructure, including a wastewater treatment plant, regardless of how the courts rule in the case. Big engineering projects that authorities recognize might take years. During a Brandenburg Government Environmental Committee meeting earlier this month, Andre Bauer, the head of the local WSE Waterworks, said there are severe delays in the implementation of the essential steps. Last year, Tesla noted that water is becoming increasingly scarce due to climate change in its impact report. The firm uses less water per unit of energy produced than the bulk of established automakers, and it's taking initiatives at its German operation to minimize usage even further. According to a contract with local officials, the Grünheide site may receive 1.4 million cubic meters of water per year, enough for a community of 40,000 people. While Steinbach takes environmental concerns seriously, he claims that most local people support the operation. Authorities in Brandenburg support efforts to dig for more water in the area, although supply may come from even further away whenever required. However, developing new wells is unlikely to alleviate the problems. Manuela Hoyer, who lives just a few kilometers from the production, claims Tesla is getting special treatment from local officials, even though the factory will exacerbate an existing major environmental problem. In an interview, Hoyer, who is involved in a citizens' initiative monitoring the project, said, "We've been advised for years that we shouldn't water our lawns. Then, the world's wealthiest man appears and receives everything he wants." Well, that's all we have today. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until we see you next time, ciao!